absolutely. Boris Sanchez, thank you very much. Let's discuss more of this with our panel. Jonathan Gilliam, former police officer, also former special agent with the FBI. Also with us, John Matthews, executive director of the Community Safing Institute. Guys, thank you for being here. Jonathan, let me begin with you. When you talk about the past few weeks and all of the focus that has been on this. We even heard Mike Morell, the former deputy director of the CIA, really issuing a very, very strong warning this week. Is it overblown at all, the amount of concern, given no specific threat has been made?
I don't think so, and I'll tell you why. Because where this intelligence is coming from is different groups all over the world, sources, chatter that you see online, and it's not just American intelligence services, all intelligence services come together. That's where this information comes from. So it's clear that the chatter is up. That's been very significant when we look back at attacks that have happened and we look at the chatter. 9/11, for instance, they did have chatter before that happened. So it is significant, and I think I would rather see them amp it up like this so that everybody's aware than I would them just let it go.
John, to you, how do you think ISIS has changed the game, just in the way that they recruit and inspire online? Tom Fuentes, one of our also our analysts here at CNN, has said, look, it's different now because they don't have to be directly ordered to carry something out on a certain date on a certain target. So that may limit or eliminate the chatter that the authorities are able to track. They may just be inspired and carry it out when they feel so inclined. Do you think that has significantly changed the game for law enforcement?
Oh, I think it significantly changed the game for us. You have more of these lone wolf style attacks, and like you said, ISIS can put it out through the internet and say, listen, you're going to be rewarded if you conduct these attacks around the country. Now you have not groups that are organized where there's a lot of organized chatter that we can pick up on, but these lone wolves that are acting on their own. And let me tell you, we saw in Tunisia last week the damage that two individuals with machine guns can do on a crowded public beach.
Yeah, absolutely. Other things that you think the public can do in terms of being vigilant? I mean, I was thinking about, you know, my young niece and nephew. I wouldn't want to tell them they're so young, look out for these things. But as a parent, how do you talk to your kids, taking them to these big celebrations, about being vigilant?
That is an excellent question, and one that nobody's really covered. It's very simple. You know, when you go to bed at night, your niece and nephew, when they go to bed at night, their parents tell them, you know, that make sure that the door's locked, make sure your window's closed. They don't get hyper paranoid because of that. The parents know the reality of what may happen if they don't do that. They also tell them, you know, if anything's strange, come get me in the middle of the night. It's that simple. The kid knows how to react. It's the same thing here. You know, you can tell your children that, listen, if you see somebody set a bag down, that's, you know, that's not right. Let me know that, and I'm going to tell, you know, the authorities about that. If somebody, you know, tries to grab you, or if you see somebody carrying something that scares you or makes you, you know, let me know. That's all you really have to tell your children. And then you have to make sure, just like you're aware where your children are at all times, you have to make sure that you're aware of your surroundings as well.
Absolutely. Maybe I've read a lot of experts saying set a meeting place for you and your family with your young kids should anything out of the ordinary happen. Jonathan Gilliam, thank you very much. To you, John Matthews, as well. We'll speak with you a little bit more later in the show about what people should know if they are going out to these 4th of July festivities.
Thank you.
Up next, the